This is the Voice Media. Did you know that as of 2020, reports shows that there are over 27 million Nigerians living with some form of disability? But then, there is a difference between having a handicap and a disability. What does disability itself mean? According to American Psychological Association, a disability is a condition or quality linked to a particular person. A disability is present when activities usually performed by people such as walking, talking, reading, learning are in some way restricted. Thus, someone with congenital blindness has a disability, as does someone who must use a wheelchair for mobility purposes. Defining handicap. Some people use the term handicap to refer to people with disabilities as the handicapped. The term handicap refers to an obstacle imposed on people by some constraints in the environment. Older buildings that lack ramps for wheelchair access, for example, present a handicap for people who use wheelchairs. In this case, a wheelchair user is handicapped. Her mobility through the use of her wheelchair is disrupted by the missing ramp. However, she actually is not handicapped herself. Rather, the handicapping element is in the environment, not within her. According to the World Health Organization's 2011 World Disability Report, about 15% of Nigeria's population, or at least 25 million people, have a disability, while 3.6 million of that figure have very significant difficulties in going about their business. Out of 84 million estimated persons with disabilities in Africa, 29% are located in Nigeria. More than 50% of the 25 million disabled Nigerians are females. Women and girls with disabilities are at greater risk of physical, sexual, and economic abuse than women without disabilities. According to a report by Grassroots Researcher Association, GRA 2018, persons with disabilities are faced with a number of human rights abuses, which include stigma, discrimination, unemployment, violence, lack of access to healthcare, housing, education, and access to public transportation. Their needs and concerns are rarely taken into consideration by the state, and they often have no options, choices, or control over their lives. Their rights are not systematically upheld. The government does not uphold the rights of persons with disabilities within state institutions and does not guarantee that these rights are respected throughout Nigeria's society. Persons with disabilities are often predisposed to dependence on street begging, which further endangers their lives. On January 23rd, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari signed into law the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018. The law prohibits discrimination on the basis of disability and imposes sanctions, including fines and prison sentences, on those who contravene it. It also stipulates a 5-year transitional period for modifying public buildings, structures, and automobiles to make them accessible and usable for people with disabilities. Government at all levels should put effective measures in place for full implementation of the law to ensure equal treatment and participation of people with disabilities across Nigeria. My name is Hadiza Babakacha. Thank you for listening.